cheerleaders are a somewhat overlooked and yet integral part of many football games, particularly American football, and now some of our best are high kicking their way overseas.
Now, it turns out our Aussie cheerleaders are pretty hot stuff in the United States. 2 have even made it through the gruelling selection process, landing a spot with the elite Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are one of the best-known teams in American football. And their cheerleaders among the most popular, but making the squad isn't easy.
You've overshot the line every time.
At this point in training camp, any little mistake can get somebody cut.
After a gruelling 3-month training program, 2 Aussie girls are now American sweethearts. Sydney's Angela started her cheerleading career in the NRL with the Manly Sea Eagles, before becoming the first Australian to make the Dallas team. And just last year, former Melbourne Swan cheerleader Jinelle had her audition journey aired on reality TV.
Janelle's lost. Learning the sequence is actually quite challenging for me.
Did y'all not do any of this kind of movement across the field from there? How did y'all dance? How did you get out there?
Running, cheering on.
Janelle's look had such diverse opinions from our judges, and that is a makeover needing to happen.
Now these girls from Down Under are well and truly at the top of their game.
That's a bit rude.
Yes, Angela and Jinelle join us now. Good morning to you. Congratulations, firstly.
Thank you.
Jinelle, not nice. That's a makeover waiting to happen.
Well, it's a reality show, but, you know, any feedback that can help you make the team is always really positive.
Sure. I suppose you get used to being judged on your appearance as well when you're a cheerleader, right?
Well, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders have a set image and
Yep.
they have a reputation to uphold, and they have this image in their head that they know what looks good in the uniform, so we're willing to take any advice.
What is the image? What do they tell you you have to look like?
Well, it's just each person has an individual look, so they want to amplify that look and make everyone look the best that they can.
And I mean, the Cowboys cheerleaders would be one of the sort of elite squads, wouldn't they, of American football?
Definitely. It's definitely the most grueling audition process, probably the most grueling audition process in the performing arts industry.
Yeah, right.
Our training camp goes for 3 months before
Wow.
you know that you made the team.
No, well, speaking of performing arts, I mean, both of you have backgrounds in dance. You're trained dancers. So why did you go from, you know, strict arts-based dance to cheerleading?
Well, for me, I really loved being part of a team. I felt that I really liked the team environment, and when I started my opportunity with the Melbourne Storm, it was just such a lovely family environment, and you know, they just become your best friends and you just
Sure.
get to train hard together.
Sure.
What's the appeal for you, Angela? Why do you like being a cheerleader rather than another dancer?
I think it's just the performance base. There's not many dance opportunities that give you the performance aspect of dancing in front of 100,000 people.
Yeah,
And
right.
so it's just a different caliber, a different level, different performance skill as well, because dancing on a stage, you can kind of dance with a different energy level, whereas dancing on a football field, you have to try and reach those people in the 300, 400 levels that are so high up, and you just have to dance with so much power, and it's just a style that I like and it suits me.
You know, a lot of people criticise cheerleading, of course, saying that there's an inherent sexism in it because it's, you know, such an objectification of women. Although, when you put it like that, it's like another form of dance, right? But presumably you have to deal with the wolf whistlers and the buff heads and those critics. What are your ideas about that?
Well, I think especially with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, the image is very wholesome, and it's really a family sport, so we like to encourage it to, you know, we're there to cheer with the kids and to cheer with the families, and so we just try to make it as, you know, fun as possible.
So if you were comparing bullfeds in America that might wolf whistle at you and bullfeds in Australia, Angela, where is it worse?
Well, it's kind of different because on the NRL field, you're kind of in the face of the fans, whereas NFL, there's such a distance from the fans, where we don't have to listen to that. But
You're less aware of it. You don't hear it quite as much.
You are less aware of it, and we're so busy through the game, we don't have time to breathe. We're dancing non-stop for 4 hours on the sidelines. We kind of try to amp up the crowd more than
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's not just
So
a half-time entertainment thing.
it's not just entertainment.
Yeah.
You're entertaining the whole 4 hours of the game.
At some of the big games, you know, like the Rose Bowl, the Super Bowl, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
you know, you could have 150 million people watching your game.
I know. It's nerve-wracking.
So, are you aware of that huge global audience, and does that create further opportunities, or is this where you kind of want to be? This is your pinnacle.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders are like the epitome of cheerleaders.
Yeah.
They started the level of cheerleading and they uphold it. And I feel that there's such a tradition behind it in America. And
Yeah.
the Dallas Cowboys is the top of the game.
Sure.
So,
It's
yeah, we're
great
lucky
to see
be them.
Aussies doing well, but cheerleading's been around for a long time in Australia.
Correct.
Why? You were the first 3 years ago to get picked up by an American team. Why do you think that you were the first? I mean, you clearly just, brilliant.
Well, I was
but
the first one to be crazy enough to do it, I think. Well, it's challenging. It takes you completely out of your own comfort zone because it is such a different level. In America, they train to audition for the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders since they were little girls.
Yeah, right.
Where in Australia, it's kind of a fun thing to do and it's a fun environment and it's just.
Do you ever have
taking
to
it the
muster a
next level.
cow? I mean, as a cowgirl.
you cowgirls for the Dallas Cowboys.
Different level of cowgirls, I think.
You don't have to brand anything? And then,
We've actually done a few appearances like out in the country in Texas, so
Yeah,
that's
really?
been a great experience.
Oh,
Quite a
great.
few people are offering to put on the cash cow outfit. That you
Yeah.
you
Better
can
watch
muster.
out, because that cash cow's got some moves.
Yeah, you can muster there. Hey, well done, Angela and Jinelle.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, lovely to have you in.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Making some
Appreciate it.
time. They don't get home all that often these days, so it's nice to review to pop in. Good on you.
It is. And Angela's getting married next week.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Terrific.
Very exciting.
Yeah.